This is a very rare Raw review mini because I will be talking about more than 2 things. I'm going to talk about maybe about 4. I don't believe I'll go beyond that. I usually don't. Raw has always been very unpalatable to me for quite a while. That's the reason why I stopped doing general reviews of it. And I only do kind of things of relevance. Usually it's 1 or 2 things, but in this case it's got to be about 4. The first one is the joke of Bray Wyatt. Let's be honest here, ladies and gentlemen. This is a freaking joke with Bray Wyatt. Why is Bray Wyatt even in existence anymore? Look, last week Bray Wyatt went up against Roman Reigns. He had a wonderful speech before the fight and then he gets his ass bitched out. Now you see Bray Wyatt dealing with a Seth Rollins, where I'm kind of surprised. Unless Finn Balor is now hurt again, instead of going for Seth Rollins, why isn't he going for Finn Balor? You would expect him to go to Finn because it makes more better sense. You got a demon versus the Eater of Worlds. In fact, that would be a better moniker than the Eater of Worlds versus the Kingslayer. Come on. It's actually kind of stupid. Particularly last week, that if Bray Wyatt is going after everyone who was in that fatal 5-way match in Extreme Rules, how come he lost to a Roman Reigns? Tell me that makes any booking sense. If you want to make this the Eater of Worlds, he's got to eat people. Destroy their worlds. In other words, destroy their potential to become champion. He already lost to Roman Reigns. Now he's in a program with Seth Rollins where he should be in a program with Finn Balor. Unless, like I said, Finn Balor's hurt. If he's not hurt, then it really makes no sense. This was beyond stupid. The second thing I want to talk about that felt beyond stupid, but mind you, was a good match, was the 2 out of 3 falls match for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championship. Look, I'm not against having good matches. Sheamus and Cesaro versus the Hardys is not a bad combination. They actually do complement each other pretty well. Not incredibly well. It's not Edge and Christian versus the Hardys or the Dudley Boys versus the Hardys. They are a pale, dim comparison to those other teams. Let's be honest, they are. But when it comes down to it, they're okay. But here's the problem. What exactly are we getting? 0. The Hardys should be doing something more meaningful. The Hardys should be having a real feud with real character development. The Hardys should be getting more than just interviews from Charlie, even though Charlie's very beautiful. She is. She's actually a very pretty woman. She must be very sweet. But in the end, what are we getting from these two? Nothing. We're actually getting the Dudley Boys 2.0. That's what we're getting. Dudley Boys 2.0. Where the Dudley Boys were brought in and they 100% were not, they didn't do almost nothing with them. Yeah, they had a few times with the Usos. Yeah, they had a little bit what was going on with Kaz and with Enzo. But when it really came down to it, they were treated like shit. I'm sorry for all this cursing, ladies and gentlemen, but let's be honest, they were treated horrible. And in the end, we got absolutely nothing from the Dudley Boys. They left looking like a joke. And now we got the Hardys, where everyone was anticipating, wishing to go back to the WWE, wishing them to be in there, wishing them to have the gimmick of the Broken Matt Hardy. Now, of course, the WWE doesn't want to get involved with that, but it does not mean you can't do something good with the Hardys as the Hardy Boys. Give them some type of character development. Let them have more than just one feud with just Sheamus and Cesaro. Let them really become charismatic and do stuff in the back. Nothing. A few interviews with Charlie and that's it. This is a joke. It's stupid and it really upsets me. Now here's 1 or 2 things that I did enjoy. The first one was the banter between, again, Goldust and RTruth. I was hoping they would do something like this. Let these two actually do something in the back. The banter between them in their video segments is actually very good. I feel that Goldust is doing a great job, and I'm really impressed when it comes to RTruth. I always believe RTruth should have turned heel before Goldust. It should be Goldust who's the face and then turns heel later. Instead of Goldust turning heel, and then you kind of pretty much have RTruth still as a face, but a very angry face. I would have liked to see the reverse, because I truly believe RTruth has untapped potential as a heel. He's barely been a heel, and then he's turned into a face. And here he's just an angry face. Now a lot of people say that's good, but I don't believe it's enough. I truly want to see him destructive. What he did in 2011 with John Morrison, kicking his ass and then pulling out some smokes from somebody in England and smoking that mess. That was edgy. They don't smoke on TV anymore. It's very rare you see a live television broadcast where they smoke. And he did something they don't normally do in America, and probably very rarely in the UK when he pulled that off. I truly wish he had turned heel first, because I believe that his banter between him and Goldust would be even more profound, because he would be the heel, pushing Goldust more and more to the point where he goes into golden shattered dreams and truly brings out the real Goldust that we really want to see. Mind you, it's still good, but anyway. Final thing I'm going to talk about is the opening of the show with Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe. This was exactly what I wanted. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, yes, so we've seen it before. No, we haven't. Let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. You haven't seen something like this since TNA, when Samoa Joe head-butted, well, not Samoa Joe head-butted, I'm sorry, I got that reversed. It's when Kurt Angle head-butted Samoa Joe. That's what just happened. Samoa Joe head-butted the Brock Lesnar like Samoa Joe got head-butted by Kurt Angle when he came in. It's pretty much the same thing. And in the end, yes, we got the same kind of situation where we see people fighting one another, but it is Brock Lesnar who actually has an issue with someone who's on a caliber of a Samoa Joe. The only other person that comes close to that is Kurt Angle himself. Kurt Angle has dealt with both these guys in the last 13, 12 years. He's the only one who's actually dealt with them both, who's been in the ring with them both, have been in pay-per-views with them both, and actually brought the best out of them both. Now you stick these two guys together who are both ground and pound wrestlers, who got a lot of power, a lot of charisma, great mic skills. And I'm just talking about Paul Heyman talking for Brock Lesnar. It is not Brock Lesnar with the great mic skills, let's be honest. It is Samoa Joe by himself that truly can talk. And that part he did later in the night was beautiful. But let's be honest, it is Paul Heyman who is his mouthpiece. Paulie and Brock are basically one person. But in the end, this was a great segment. But they must, and I'm going to repeat this again, they must not let there be 50-50 booking. Let there be another fight where there's no way of telling who's the best. Let there be another fight before there's anybody knowing who's the best. Let them continue facing one another, not getting the edge on either one. If they do this, I promise you, Great Balls of Fire will be just as good as SummerSlam when it comes to this match. Because in the end, if you give no way of knowing who's the best between the two, I give my word that people will be beyond interested and they will get great pay-per-view buys. People will care. They will go to the seats and will sit down and they will watch just this match. But it's just my point of view. Now, I hope you enjoyed this Raw Review Mini. Please subscribe. And I'm only saying this because of what's been going on with the subscription system and the bell. If anyone's seen next to the subscription button, there's a little bell there. Give it a click so you know that when my next video comes out, you'll actually be able to see it, because I'm sure a lot of my subscribers don't know that I've been putting out videos, and they need to click that stupid bell so they can get new notifications. Just click it so you know when I'm doing my next video. Have a good day. Have a good night.